Hello folks, shintigercurl here, that dude in the straw hat, bringing you a replay that I had of a duel I had on DevPro. So as you can see, I'm playing my triple Ds, the DDDs, while my opponent is playing a melodious deck. If you're not familiar with the melodious deck, they are a light fairy type archetype that specializes in special summoning, and until recently have introduced fusion summons into their whole thing. So this is my first time actually fighting against this variant of the melodious deck. So let's get back to the replay. As you can see, I drew into a pretty good hand. I popped his face down with my Galaxy Cyclone, and here I make sort of a misplay because I thought that Galilei was a rank a scale 10, so I was hoping to summon into Pendulum Summon into Hell Armageddon, but this is what I get for dueling so late at night, so I kind of fuck up here. But I have resource management, so I can at least recover from this. So I play that face down as well as covering with the Dark Witch. So this is what my first. This is now I can see here that he's playing Melodious, but because this is a replay, I can see his hand. But now the Melodious is. This is Arya, the Melodious Diva. When she special summoned to the field, Melodious monsters can't be targeted by card effects or destroyed by battle. This card can stall out this whole deck. So yeah, I have issues getting over her. So I'm gonna play. Summons her, summons the Melodious Diva, summons. Alright, pause. We're gonna go. This is Sonata, the Melodious Diva. If you control Melodious monsters, you can special summon from the hand, and because its effect activates when it's special summoned, all fairy monsters gain 500 attack and defense, so as you can see, they've got a nice buff. And here's Soprano, the Melodious Songstress. When this card is special summoned, you can target a Melodious monster from your grave, except this one, add that card to your hand. If you use this effect, Melodious Songstress you can only use it once per turn. And you can also fusion summon using monsters as you control its fusion material, so you don't need polymerization to summon the cards. She's going to come in handy, going to come in big play later on. But anyway, so I pretty much take all this damage. There's nothing really I can do to stop it. So now at this point, there is really no point in me playing Covenant with the Dark Witch, because thanks to her, I can't destroy them with card effects. So this one is pointless for now, so there's no point in me flipping it over to take unnecessary battle damage. So I just drew Kepler. Kepler helped me out. So watch. Use Kepler, activate its effect to add a Coven card, the fusion one. Then I activate Coven with the Dark Witch. Send him so I can blow up his back row. Then I activate Resource Management to send Galilei back to my deck, because he wasn't going to do me any good in my pendulum scale. So there's that. So, and I added Lilith and Cerberus to my hand. So okay, we're gonna keep playing. Then I play this, and of course I bring out the Arc. Now, as you know, because of her, I can't destroy them by battle, but I can still do damage to them. So I'm swinging at them, and so I get the attack point bonus here. Now he does something tricky. Summons Cannon. What was that? Cannon, the Melodious Diva. You can special summon it, and its effect is pretty lackluster, only being able to switch the battle position of a Melodious monster you control. But he just needed it for tribute fodder. So he tributed, keeping his two monsters on this field for advantage, then sacks them for the Melodious. So Shapina, the Melodious Maestra, you can target a light fairy, add it to your hand, and you can't activate card effects because of if they're not light monsters, but that's no really problem in Melodious deck. So she gets her back to her hand, resummons her for the attack boost, sends them up, and gets Bloom, the Melodious Diva. This is the new fusion boss monster. Let's really read what she does. She can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, and you take no battle damage from attacks involved in this card. If this card battles an opponent's special summon monster, After battle damage calculation, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference in this card's original attack and your opponent's original attack, and if you do, destroy that monster. Effectively, she can pretty much ram into your opponent's stronger monsters and just do burn damage, and just burn them, and if they do burn damage, she can blow up that monster. But at this point, I was shitting myself, like, how the fuck am I gonna get over this bitch? I can't blow her up. But then this happened. Watch. She attacks, her effect pops off, and notice my dark is still in the field, and that's when I reread it. It says, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference in their attacks. And if you do, destroy that monster. There's that three-letter word, if you do, meaning if she doesn't inflict burn damage with this attack, because of her effect doesn't pop off, and because D'Arc's special ability is any burn damage I take increases my life points, her effect doesn't pop off. So I was like, wow, I didn't even think of that. Funny what you learn. So let's keep the replay going. So I draw. I take battle damage, of course. I still can't bust him with Dark Witch, so I just get myself an advantage by summoning Dark Night Howling, bringing back Lilith, and she lets me add a DDD monster to my hand, Synchro Summon to Alexander, and I just start swinging. Of course, they can't be destroyed by battle, but it doesn't mean I can't still do damage. Now the reason I did that was so I could have some ammo in my hand in case he summons something pretty hot, so I can just blow it up before I get a chance to. But depending on if it's a melodious diva, so he's gonna play Transmogrify. If you don't know what it is, it's a spell card. Send a face-up monster you control and to the graveyard. Special summon from your deck one monster of the same type and attribute as that monster in the grave, but one level higher. So this is very useful for melodious decks. So she summons Songstress, gets Cannon back to her hand, and she goes for Exceed Summon. And this is a number 103 Ragna 0, very useful card for attack boost and what have you. So she can pretty much blow up a card that has different attack points than its original attack points, and then you draw a card. So that was a pretty good play on his part. He blows up my Joan. And they go swinging. And because she did inflicted damage, he goes bye-bye, and I take more damage. So I take a grand total of 2,000 coming up. And is at this point, I would just say, I don't take any more life point damage from this point on. And even though he has an Honest in his hand, he's about to make some critical errors in his play. So let's keep playing. I activate the effect to fusion summon another Joan, go swinging. Don't know why he didn't play that, so I now have more protection from his Songstress, so summons Honest, Exceed summons into 101 Silent Honors Arc. I knew this was coming. Anyone who runs level 4s in their decks plays this card. You can just detach to, you can suck up a special summon card. This kills a lot of cards, and I was like, but I figured a way around it. See? Now, it can ditch a Exceed material to prevent itself from destruction. I knew I wasn't able to destroy it. I just didn't want him to have 2 Exceeds, because he can only activate his monster sucking ability if he has 2 Exceeds. So he pretty much can't do his thing. He's just a wall now that won't last very long. So he doesn't understand that I don't take no battle damage and shit. So my turn. I draw, of course. Get my 2,000 back. Main phase. I swing into Silent Arc. Eats it. And now he really just sits there and does nothing. So he goes to his next turn. And he just plays defensively. Now, this card actually does him no good. Tam Tam, the Melodious Diva, just lets him add a polymerization. And if it's fusion summoned, if it's used for fusion material, you can target one monster and it loses 500 attack, and if it does, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that amount. But that's not going to work because Dark prevents burn damage. So we're going to play. So I'm taking getting more life points back, and I'm deciding to do some more synchro summoning. Night Howling into Lilith. Lilith brings back a DD monster to my hand, giving me more ammo for Covenant with the Dark Witch. Back into Alexander. Swing. Destroys both of them. And there's no point in me attacking it since you can't be destroyed by battle, and I didn't figure out a way around it. Drawing another Transmogrify. Still doesn't get it that it only works if you do burn damage to me, which I think he's just now realizing. So we move on. And I drew, of course, DDD Recruit in case things popped off. Okay. Bring that back. And I did this for another reason, for extra protection. Because when she so I did this not just for ammo for Dark Covenant, but for this guy. Now, at this point I was suspicious. The only way he could take me out at this point, because Melodious Divas don't have that high of attack, is to just bomb my field. And I knew if he could get 2 level 4s on the field, he could summon Exciton Knight. So I summoned Caesar, the Wave Overlord, as a little bit of extra insurance in case he bombs my field. And it's going to come in play soon. Alright, what's going on? This is their boss monster. Even with the boost, it's still not enough to get over my monster. So we're sort of in an impasse. So, keep gaining life points. And he still can't do much of nothing. So it's around this point I decided to be a little more aggressive. And I decided to special summon Temujin with Fusion Summon. And I bring back Night Howling for no reason. I thought I had another, well, never mind. So, and here's where my insurance came in handy. Now, this is Opera, the Melodious Diva. This card cannot attack while it's normal flip summon. But if it's basically, it really doesn't matter since he just wanted the 2 level 4s on the field for a rank 4 exceeds, and he goes for Exciton Knight, another rank 4 staple. Basically, if your opponent controls more cards than you do when this card is summoned during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, you can ditch and exceeds and just blow up the entire field. So, and he doesn't have to worry because Bloom Diva can't be destroyed by card effects. I knew he was going to do this. Watch what I do. So first, I detach one for Caesar, making sure that I know all my monsters are going to die this turn. By detaching it, by the end of the battle phase, they will all come back. Then, I play Covenant with the Dark Witch to blow up Exciton Knight, because I don't want to have to deal with him no more. So look at this. I blow him up. He wipes out my entire field, except for his Bloom Diva. Thanks to Temujin, I get my swamp back. And thanks to Alexander, I can search for another Covenant card. He seems to forget that on the turn that you use Exciton Knight's effect, your opponent takes no battle damage, so even if he did, so after his battle damage ended, I just brought my entire field back. And I was thinking of, and at this point, now, you saw that I took some battle damage just because of Caesar's effect. When his effect to bring back all the monsters comes back, I take 1,000 points for each monster brought back, but because of the arc here, I just gained 5,000 life points. So at this point, he just gave up and quit because eventually I was going to find a way past his monsters, and there was nothing he could do. There was nothing. I don't think there was anything in his hand or in his extra deck So that could really stop his. That could really stop me. So there's that. So there you have it. My DDs triumphed over the melodious deck, especially with their boss monster out. So that's the video. If you like what you see, link, comment, subscribe below. If you got any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll get them back down. I'll give them back to you. If you have any, if you want to support the channel, click on an advertisement or two. It takes literally a second out of your day. Or if you want to support directly, just drop a little bit in the tip jar. Look, I need a taco. So until next time, shintigercurl, that dude with straw hat, saying good night and DD's rule.